Are you a slave to money? Do you find your whole life trying to get ahead by advancing your finances? We tend to devote so much of our life to our careers, our finances, always aspiring to the next big car, next big house. But are we really missing the point of life here? While money is certainly important for us to lead a comfortable life, it does not translate to happiness. You can be very well-to-do or even filthy rich, but you may still be leading a miserable life. So how do we lead a good life? That's exactly what we'll be going through in today's video. Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Ryan. Welcome to this channel. If you're new to the channel, we talk about personal finance and self-development topics on a regular basis. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel if this is the kind of content that interests you. So today's topic will be about self-development, and in particular, how do we lead a good life? For those of you who know me, you know that I am huge on personal development. I like to read self-help books to find out how I can lead a better life, and I'm always in search of ways to add more meaning into my life. In fact, this YouTube channel is exactly my attempt to add more value to the world by sharing golden nuggets of tips and information which I myself find to be useful. So make sure you are subscribed to this channel so you don't miss a thing. So today's topic is really an inspiration from the book that I am currently reading. I am currently reading The Art of the Good Life by Rolf Dobelli. For those of you who do not know him, he is also the million seller of the other more famous book, The Art of Thinking Clearly. So in this book, Rolf shares 52 mental tools designed to help us build a good life. While I was reading it, I honestly felt like many of the tools shared were really insightful, and reading it has helped me uncover many mental blocks that I have. So I knew I have to share these tools with my viewers, you. While I can't share all 52 mental tools, I have picked out 3 which I believe will definitely help you. So make sure you stay till the end of the video and let me know in the comments below which of these tools you like and which of these two you disagree with. Alright, let's begin. Tool 1. Circle of Competence. This term, Circle of Competence, is actually coined by Warren Buffett. In the circle are skills and knowledge we have mastered, and outside the circle are fields that we understand partially or not at all. In Buffett's words, know your circle of competence and stick within it. The size of the circle is not very important. Knowing its boundaries, however, is vital. To lead a good life, we must know our circle of competence, stick within it, and try not to cross the boundaries. By doing so, we are in a much better position to unleash our full potential and in turn lead a better life. How I see it is, imagine you are a fish. You better make sure you stick to swimming. If you try to climb the trees like the monkeys, you are going to find your life to be extremely difficult. So how then do we create our circle of competence? This is not something you can simply dabble for a few weeks or click around the internet to obtain. You will need at least thousands of hours. We are not just talking about 5 to 10 times better than the average guy. We are talking about at least 1,000 folds better than the average guy. This requires a level of obsession. Like how Bill Gates is obsessed with programming, Steve Jobs is obsessed with design, and how Warren Buffett is obsessed with investing. Don't try to find something you can get good at quickly. In fact, try to find something that you can do for a very, very long time. So let's stop being hard on ourselves on the things that we are not good at. Instead, let's focus on what we are good at and double down on it to the point that we are at least 1,000 times better than the average guy. Tool number 2, the point of maximum deliberation. For those of you who are keen on starting your own YouTube channel, let me give you a pro tip. Your best moment comes when you're filming and scripting, not when you're mulling things over. I speak as though I'm a great YouTuber, but actually I only have less than 50 subscribers. But regardless, my point is true in most aspects of life. If you are an entrepreneur, no matter how much market research you do, you're not going to find ways to improve your product until you launch it to the market and get feedback from real customers. If you are a salesperson, you will only master your killer pitch after numerous attempts and refinements along the way, and not by simply studying the sales manual. If you are a gamer, you improve your skills through hours and hours of gameplay, countless times of getting trashed, like me, and not through debating your in-game hero's potential. Of course, planning and researching is good, but there comes a point in time when no additional amount of planning and thinking would do you any more help. At this stage, you have reached the point of maximum deliberation. To progress, you simply have to start doing so you can obtain new information. Imagine you are driving in the countryside with no street lights. It is extremely dark and you can't really see what's in front of you. Deliberating and thinking is like the headlights of your car. They can help you see approximately 10 to 20 meters ahead of you, but they will not tell you exactly where you need to go beyond that. To navigate your way, you simply have to start driving so you can see more of the road in front of you and gather new information. So make sure you do not get stuck on the point of maximum deliberation for too long. Overthinking things will only sap your willpower and make you feel bad about yourself for having no progress. It creates a lot of doubt in yourself and make you less confident as a person. So the next time you have an important decision to make, think through it carefully, but only to the point of maximum deliberation. You'll be surprised how quickly you'll come to it. And after you have reached the maximum point of deliberation, my advice to you is to stop thinking already and just do it. Tool number 3. Mental subtraction. For this tool, let's do a very short exercise. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being most unhappy and 10 being most happy, rate your current level of happiness. You have your answer? Good. Now, I want you to close your eyes. Now, imagine you have lost your right hand. There is nothing coming out of your right shoulders, just an empty socket. How do you feel? Imagine riding a bicycle, cooking a meal, putting on a shirt, all without your right hand. How does that feel? Now, imagine you have lost your left hand as well. Your left shoulder is now an empty socket too. How does that feel? Imagine hugging your loved ones, using a computer, going to the toilet. How does that feel? Now finally, imagine you have lost your sight as well. You can no longer look at your surroundings, can no longer read a book, you can no longer watch your favorite Netflix show. How does that feel? I'm going to give you the next 10 to 20 seconds to really feel the feeling of losing your arms and sight. Let the feeling sink in. Alright, now open up your eyes. Back to our earlier question, on a scale of 0 to 10, now rate your current level of happiness. If you are like most people, you will find that your current level of happiness have just skyrocketed. This is the power of mental subtraction. If you find it too morbid to think about losing your body parts, you can also imagine other tragic scenarios. It doesn't really matter what the tragedy is, the key is to let your heart really feel the situation. For those of you who are even slightly into self-development, you will know that practicing gratitude is one of the most fundamental steps in improving your general level of happiness. So what is the difference between practicing gratitude and practicing mental subtraction? The key difference is that gratitude loses its effect over time due to our psychological immune system. You may feel extremely happy when you first landed your dream job or experienced the birth of your child, but very quickly that happiness would dissipate. The good news is that mental subtraction faces no such psychological immune system, as the sudden sense of loss is something that your brain would never see coming. Several studies have also shown that mental subtraction is more effective than focusing on the positives when it comes to increasing level of happiness. To give you an example, a study has shown that silver medalists in an Olympic Games were generally less happy than the bronze medalists. Why? Because the silver medalists compare themselves with the gold medalists, while the bronze medalists compare themselves with the non-medalists. So the next time you don't feel so good about life, simply spend 30 seconds to practice mental subtraction to give yourself the much needed happiness boost. Alright, so that's it for today's video. There's much more to the art of leading a good life, but I hope you find the 3 concepts I've shared today to be useful. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite tool, and also please remember to give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm if you find today's content useful. Alright, I'll talk to you soon.